Many people are wondering how and when the transition from 3D to 5D is going to happen, what is New Earth, and whether they are going to leave their loved ones behind, like, for example, if they, transitioned and the loved ones didn't. So, hello, Soul family, my name is Maria Katolikova, and today I would like to address the topic of 3D to 5D transition, the new Earth, and the role of healing in all that process. So, first things first, what is the transition from 3D to 5D? So when this has happened, actually, first thing first, yes, it already happened. It's already happening actually on a global scale. There are a lot of people in the world who have already transitioned because the transition is not something physical. It's not like we are going to create a new planet and move on it physically. No, actually, the transition is simply a different level of awareness. Basically, when you're transitioning from 3D to 5D or higher, you perceive the world around you differently. If you live still in 3D consciousness, you will perceive everything through the lens of fear and separation. Like these are kind of the main themes. While when you start transitioning to higher dimensions and specifically to 5D, you will begin perceiving the world around you through the lens of love and interconnectedness and knowing that we are all one. Okay, so which means when you are working on, raising your conscious level, the people who live next to you, they will still be living next to you, but with the big difference that they will be perceiving their reality completely differently, or even your shared reality. They will be perceiving it completely differently. They will be experiencing things that you might not necessarily experience if you are in a higher state of consciousness. Okay, so let's to give you an example. I don't know if you have ever heard that, but I've heard that many times addressed to me. When like I will express my point of view, I will express my beliefs and something like that, or how I experience life, and people will literally tell me, "Ah, you live in a different world. You don't get anything. You don't understand anything." Okay, and the thing is, the truth is, it's not that I don't understand anything. It's just my perception is not in 3D anymore, and which is why I do not experience certain things anymore. Okay, I do not experience things like extreme poverty or living in fear or fear, like living in fear of survival. Like in this survival state, I do not experience seeing everyone around me as an enemy, and thus, experiencing a lot of attacks, from people around me, and I have actually been in that state at the beginning of the year. I fell into 3D state at the beginning of the year, and I was very much perceiving everyone around me as like, oh my god, I'm done with everyone. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, people are so stupid. People don't evolve and like I was in that very negative state. I fell into it without necessarily noticing, and of course, what I experienced at the beginning of the year is a lot of attacks from basically every corner of my life, and a lot of struggles, to be very honest with you guys. So, but when I eventually realized what is happening, like, and why am I experiencing the world or like my life the way I was experiencing it, yes, that awareness helped me understand where this is coming from, what kind of beliefs I'm carrying within that create this reality for me. And so I gradually shifted from 3D higher and higher and higher. And I believe that right now I am definitely in a 5D state because life is like really good right now for me, guys. So that's what it basically means when we are transitioning. We're not going anywhere. We are just beginning to perceive the world differently from a different perspective and experiencing it completely different compared to people who choose to remain in lower levels of consciousness. Now, when it comes to healing, what role the healing plays? Actually, a tremendous role, a huge role, because when you choose, and commit yourself to healing, what you're doing is basically, because when we are traumatized, what trauma creates in us is, of course, plenty of limiting beliefs, plenty of unprocessed stuck emotions, like usually like lower level emotions, which make us feel like shit about ourselves. And because of all that junk that we carry, all these, stories and untruths that we carry, it of course lowers our vibration and keeps us in a 3D state. So when you begin healing, you gradually begin raising your vibration. Meaning, like, you release certain, burdens from the past. You release some beliefs about yourself that you have been carrying, or about people around you, or about the world, or about, what you're capable of, how things work. Basically, when you're healing, the process of healing is, for me personally, is the process of remembering who you truly are. It's the process of connecting to your true self, okay? And when you are living your true self, your level of consciousness is naturally higher, okay? So when we are healing, that's what we're doing for ourselves. First of all, we raise our, our vibration. We change our perceptions within ourselves that we have been carrying, right? And because of those perceptions, like, we let go of everything that is actually not true, and we begin connecting more and more to the universal truths, to the truth of who we are. We begin trusting ourselves more, and of course we extend that trust into the world, into the universe, into other people. We begin loving ourselves more, and again, it's all like, whatever we feel within, it always spills into our reality, and the second it spills into our reality changes, okay? So that's what actually the transition from 3D to 5D is all about. And that's the healing actually plays really a fundamental role in that process. So that's why I always encourage people to, prioritize themselves in their life, prioritize their healing journey, begin it sooner or later, better sooner, but later is better than never, right? So, and always remember that the more you heal, the more you remove the layers of untruth, and the more you connect to your true self. And your true self, is a fractal of source, right? And source already vibrates at a much higher frequency. Source already carries higher level of consciousness. So you start automatically, your level of consciousness starts, automatically rising. The more you heal, the more it rises, and the more you perceive the world differently, and the more your life becomes, an adventure. A pleasant, amazing adventure. And, that's the core of what I actually work on with people. That's the core of what I work on with starseeds, because for us, it's also like, we're not exempt of all of that, of all the junk. Because, of course, part of us is a starseed, but another part of us is human, which is why for us as well, healing is a fundamental, foundational work, basically. And if you would like to explore with me what your true self looks like, if you would like to remember, if you would like to connect back, to who you truly are, and begin creating your reality as a reflection of your inner world, which is absolutely, once you connect to your true self, your inner world is absolutely beautiful, it's absolutely magical, it's amazing. And once you have connected to that, that's how your reality becomes. So if you want that for yourself, feel free to reach out. I have plenty of different options how we could work together, whether it's, a one-off session, or a group program, or a private program, whatever, wherever you are on your journey and whatever you're ready to commit to, I'll be happy to meet you wherever you are, okay? So feel free to reach out to me. I will share all the links below in the video, below the video, so that you can find whatever you want to find for yourself. And feel free to share in comments with me, guys. What is your view on this transition? How have you been looking at this 3D to 5 transition, 3D to 5D transition in the new Earth, and whether you found my perspective useful for yourself? So yeah, share with me in the comments. I would love to connect with you further, guys, and to also answer your questions if you have anything that is not clear from what I just said. So yes, feel free to share, feel free to connect, feel free to ask me whatever you need. So thank you very much for listening to me today. I wish you an amazing end of day and end of week, wherever you are, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.